Around the world tonight, President Joe Biden delivering remarks on the beaches of Normandy, France, commemorating the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
He called on Americans to continue to fight to preserve democracy and to stay true to what America stands for. CNN's Julia Benbrook has more.
President Joe Biden spoke at the same location where Ronald Reagan delivered one of his most famous presidential speeches on the 40th anniversary of D-Day. Now Biden is marking the 80th anniversary, and he's making the connection between the threats to democracy and freedoms then and the threats to democracy and freedom today. Speaking in Normandy, France on Friday at a site separating the Omaha and Utah beach where American Army Rangers scaled steep cliffs to secure positions against the Germans, President Joe Biden delivered a speech on the power of democracy, invoking the symbolism of the location.
The Rangers who scaled this cliff didn't know they would change the world, but they did.
Biden is marking the 80th anniversary of D-Day and drawing a through line from World War II to today.
Does anyone doubt they wouldn't move heaven and earth to vanquish hateful ideologies of today?
At times during this trip, Biden echoed remarks given by Ronald Reagan on the 40th anniversary of D-Day. The Republican president warned against isolationism in the face of tyranny.
We've learned that isolationism never was and never will be an acceptable response to tyrannical governments with an expansionist intent.
Isolationism was not the answer 80 years ago, and is not the answer today.
This trip comes as Biden faces dual international crises. In the Middle East, the Biden administration is calling on Hamas to accept an agreement on a ceasefire and hostage proposal. And in Ukraine, where the U.S. is hoping to turn the tide of Russia's offensive. Prior to the speech, Biden met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and apologized for aid delays. He told the Ukrainian leader, quote, "We're not going to walk away from you." Reporting at the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.